I'm so happy to be able to share my love for the forest and the many years that I've spent in it with others. Kind of, what do I want to say? I'm inviting people into the forest through a screen for sure, but with words and with song and with images, so that people can kind of connect with that. And based on also what the theme of this weekend is, which is, of course, the elements and how they manifest in so many different ways in the forest and in all gardens everywhere, whether they're wild gardens or tame gardens. Thanks for being here, friends. I'm so glad that you're decided to learn more about the woodlands and the flowers that are here, the trees, the shrubs, forest for flowers, and what they have to offer and how they are informed by the environment in which they live. So initially, what I'd like to do is just talk a little bit about how important it is to remember as we are creating essences or using essences, thinking about where these essences, where these flowers and plants, where they live and what brought them to that place and the environment that they live in. The environment teaches us so much about that and actually informs. Yes, the environment is informed by the elements, and the plants are informed by the elements, but the plants are also informed by the environment in which they live. And the forest environment in the Northeast is a bit unique. Depending upon where you live and where your forests are, there'll be different forest types. So today what we're going to be speaking about is the forest type that we have here in the Adirondacks. It's very interesting. I moved here in 1995, and when I did, the forest that we live in now was considered the southern aspect of the northern boreal forest. So with a lot of pines, firs, and the balsam firs, and also spruces and other plants as well. We are seeing a big difference over the years. Back in 1995, we also saw winters that would be minus 30 below zero for days and weeks at a time. We don't see that anymore. So with the climate change that's happening, the trees are struggling, I have to be honest, and we're losing hemlocks, we're losing balsam firs, we're losing Scots pines. The interesting thing is, though, we're also seeing, I would call them the nurseries, the young trees, I would say somewhere between 5 and 10 years old, who look fabulous. They're vibrant and strong, and they just have a light about them. And I'm wondering, I don't know this as a scientist, but I'm just wondering if somehow the DNA from the parents is being, has shifted enough so that these plants might make it in a good way. And if they don't, it means that we're going to be watching a forest change and going maybe to the hardwoods. It's all a big question mark. So I feel like right now, working with the plants and trees and flowers on the forest floor is even more important than when I first started. When I first started back in 1989, what I heard through the forest was that some of these plants might leave, and it would be very important to somehow still have them in little bottles, which of course we all create and know, but also to save seed from some of these plants. And if they do pass, to actually be able to replant and reseed. It's all a question. But as we all know, we are in a time of great change, and to be able to support as much as we can and to accept what we can't change is really important.